Cataclysm, classic blind. We're gonna go finish up Archaeology today. Or at least get to the level. Probably. But since we're here in Stormwind, might as well do the fishing and cooking. The fishing, more for just continuing to get the levels here. Rock lobsters. From the cages below the docks in the harbor. Easy.
Have a good one.
And also, for the cooking, we get a new one. Penny's Pumpkin Pancakes.
Be careful.
The hunter Penny loves pumpkin pancakes. We've had a shortage of pumpkins here in Elbin from the frostbite last season. Heard of a new pumpkin patch north of Stormwind. Might be ripe for the picking now, though. Head out and harvest a few of those ripe pumpkins for me. See what we can do. 6 Stormwind pumpkins. To the north, he says.
See you around.
And from the information in the achievements, this should be the last cooking quest that we need to do here for the achievement. Might just end up going to the other towns for the cooking points and achievements and all that. Still missing another fishing one, I think. So that's extra I need to deal with. Right down here. Oh, this guy. Oh, lobster traps. Just flying the dragon underwater. That makes sense. Like that. Rock lobsters. I've seen 6 of them. Easy enough. They're just all down around here. Because there's more people here also. That's alright. Boats coming in or going out. No worries for us here beneath the waves. Alright. There's multiple docks here. There could be somewhere on this side too. Got sharks. That's something. They're just hanging out. Swim around we shall. Swimming down for that one. Could definitely go for swim speed or something. It's definitely something that we've gotten before. It's not a huge deal. There's other areas like last year where we just got the whole swim speed business going. Just for free. That was nice. We seem to respawn pretty quick here though, so that's good. That's all the rock lobsters. So we have a way up here. That'll work perfectly. Get us out of here, since we can't immediately jump on the drake from underwater. That works. Now, a pumpkin patch north. Could be this one. There's this new area in the northern section of Stormwind. Well, newer at this stage, at least. They got some stuff going on up here. Stormwind. Let's go right over here. Up by the lake. A little bit further than the lake. Kind of by the other lake, essentially. It's a pumpkin patch. The Wolverton Stead. Yep. Pumpkins. Plenty to go around here, too. Lovely. The pumpkin is much heavier than you thought. Slightly suspect, but okay. Easy enough. Yeah. Having all of the fishing cooking stuff just around the city. Pretty simple. Pretty easy. Turn these in, get our rewards, have a great time. Just flying. There's the lake. Stormwind Lake. Alright. And then once we get these turned in, we get to go start working on archaeology. Again. After that dungeon mess.
I buy and trade.
More rock lobsters. There you go.
Be careful.
And there's some
Safe travel.
stuff. And a fishing level. Unfortunately for that one, you don't actually get fishing levels for
You need something?
picking those up.
40
No.
lines.
Slightly less efficient in the leveling fishing department, unfortunately. Finish collecting the pumpkins? Yep.
Have a good one.
Nice job, Erickson. I'm be very excited for breakfast tomorrow. 51 gold. And the award. Let's do lunch. Stormwind. Complete all of the cooking quests right here. Very good. Let's see if there's anything at the 525 that we wanted. Cocoa beans and weird something. We have these 450, 500. I guess we got the 475, 500. There's really at least a couple things that are 525. It would have been red before we got it previously. There's a 505 for a chocolate cookie. Makes you feel a little better. Sunflower and cocoa beans. 525 fortune cookie. Restores 96,000 health and 96,000 mana over 30 seconds. Remain seated. Spend 10 seconds to get the well fed and gain 90 stamina and 90 in another useful stat. Mysterious. Use simple flour and the actual fortune. And then also 525 for South Island iced tea. Gets you tipsy and restores mana. Not particularly helpful for us.
For the Alliance.
We got all these. There. 90 strength and 90 stamina. It's pretty solid. Could be better recipes out there. Also the question of if the recipes are the same in all of the towns. Open the bag here. We got an egg and a bauble. Nothing too crazy. Something here. Reptile egg. That's great. The basic fishing things aren't too useful. You just get a boost from the hat here. Well, that's okay. Alright. Archaeology. We're at 425 out of 525. So we need 100 more levels here. Which is obviously easier since we can skip so many levels per thing we make. 5s and 15s and all that. Let us get over where we need to be. Yeah, let's keep. Only need to do a little bit more out here in Northrend. And then we'll see exactly how the Cataclysm Archaeology works here. There's 2 different sections of the Archaeology races page here that we still don't have anything in, so those are definitely going to be the 2. Question is where they're going to be, and if we can also get other races artifacts in the Cataclysm zones. We will see. But basically, out here in Northrend, we got 1 over on this side, Borean Tundra again, and 3 over this way. So in theory, could have been worthwhile to swing around to Methyl Harbor to get to Valgard and go from there. Well, this is fine. It's gonna pop up somewhere else, so it's all gonna work out. We've been getting lots of Nerubian and Vrykul out here, which are both in rare systems right now. So could take a few digs to get our next one here. And then at 450 is when we get access to the illustrious Grandmaster super high level mega tier. We just got it slightly earlier because we got it slightly earlier because we could. Anyways. Right here, around this whole mess again. Back to the digging. Archaeology. Survey. Survey says this direction. Truth? Question mark. We'll try. It's this way. It's kind of still the right way. And since our equipment is slightly buffed, we'll be able to defeat the enemies slightly quicker, I guess. I thought it's gonna make a huge difference. They're not particularly powerful. Went all the way around here. Just our first attempt here. this way. Look at this guy. Get some rage would help there, my goodness. Alright. Digging stuff up. No Rubian finds. Still getting the typical 6 to 10. Not speeding that up at least here. Jumping around through here. Let's see if we get into a fight. We should probably just have the battle shop to get a whole bunch of extra rage to start. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Red this way. Flying around, having a whole time of it. We will see. We can definitely go to all the Cataclysm zones, because we have been there. Technically, it could be worth it to wait until we're doing stuff, if it's going to be in new zones. I don't know. Oh, got another bonus fragments guy. I don't think we're going to worry about that. Everything's over here now. Great. You know what? Maybe we take a flight path over there. Be less effort on my part, I suppose. Everything's over here in Zuldrak. It's a Zuldrak party today, apparently. Go to the airstrip here. It's kind of going back, but it's kind of also going to go forward. We could just fly in a straight line over towards Zuldrak. But the flight paths are pretty convenient. So I think that's just what we're going to do. All works out. I definitely don't think this was a quicker way to get here. But it was very convenient. With all the taking roundabout paths and looping into every flight path marker along the way. Not great. Not great. Anyways, here is Zimtorga. Right in the middle of all 3 locations here. Very easy. Get where we need to be. Likely going to be a whole bunch of troll relics here. That'd make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Let's get down in here. Right around this area. Some spider guys. Always spider guys. Oh, these big necropolis messes. Always something. It's kind of all around here. Defeated. I would definitely call them defeated. Just lying there. They're dead. Defeated. I guess this isn't a Rubian. That's something. A bit of this, a bit of that. A bit of slimes and mess everywhere. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Yellow this way. Alright. We can work with that. Just right up here against the wall, more or less. Looks like it. There's only a certain boundary where the items can be at. That's okay. Right and back this way. Plague spreader. Not really what you want. Not just you. Red this way. Other side of the horrible mess here. Yep. Yep, it is. Just plaguing. Just going for it. Rubian Archaeology find. There you go. That's all that. Well on our way to the rare Nerubian relic here. Find, artifact, all that. 2 more spots up here. Over the altar over here. Another altar-ish over here. Lots of spots. Lots of spots. Flying on here. This would be most of all the different layers here too. Altar Warden. He's fine. We are somewhat friendly with the whole system here. From all the stuff that we did earlier. Scions of... Does make digging stuff up a little more convenient. How is it read in every possible direction? Sometimes. Sometimes you wonder. Okay. And it is going to be a troll fight. No big surprises there. Let's get another. This way, maybe. It's a large enough area. You can definitely go a good distance between them here. Now it's this way. And there's one of the prophets. All the mess with that was. Now it's this way. Can go behind? Yes, it can. That is a possibility. That's this way. I'm gonna go through here. That's convenient. Oh. Oh, it was almost convenient. Now it's gonna be outside here and we can't jump on the flying mount. Well. That shows us, I suppose. Just sneak on past you. Guy we could totally fight. Maybe. Doesn't have too much more health than we do. Really depends on what their abilities and such are. Certain things we can easily manage. Other things, very much not. Like we figured out in the dungeons. Troll fragments. We have to check how many troll fragments we need for the next whatever we're making. It's just completing things is what gets us the levels here. That is how this works. Close, very good. Really is just that simple. Okay. And some troll fragments. 8, 8, and 10. Not bad. What are we doing on the troll? A little bit more. And then we can finish the troll one. Works for me. This one's right over here. Once we're done with this, we're gonna have to see where all of the dig sites have moved to. That'll determine which direction we want to go. I don't know if I'm gonna use the flight paths again. Or just angle it, go for it. Fine either way, obviously. It definitely is quicker to just go in a straight line. I think the actual speed of movement is also pretty much fine, comparable. Hard to say exactly. It might even be quicker. Got these guardians here. A little bit in the way. Also just fly around them. That works. Maybe wander. Let me just swoop on in. Get what we need. Move along. Or fight if necessary. This is going to be enough troll fragments to make a thing. That's great. Yellow and this way. Just kind of sneaking through the trees here. Gets the job done. More or less. Of course, it's further this way. We really do not need any offering things here. We can vendor it though, so that's fine. Yep, troll fragment. And another one. There you go. I will mine you, though. That's free Judicic fragments. And I'm all for some free mining stuff. Got some crystallized earth, also potentially worth something. Some punch cards, interesting. This is venerable. We'll see what kind of stuff we're gonna get for the actual artifacts. I've been turned into a frog for a little bit. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Out of here. Anyways. That's enough for troll. Okay, I should here back. Solve it. The next one is another troll dinnerware. And do we already have the of here? Yep, we've done this one 4 times. Is worth 1 gold. Ow! 430. Nice to get some levels on the board here. Alright. Here, 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 and here. Okay. Let's just go down to the south here. Next spot is here in Niflvar. It's literally just a town here. The Frankel guys. We're just gonna run around digging holes, taking their stuff. It's definitely a different feel when it's just a place where people are still at. Just going around. Taken. As we do. How is it red in every direction? Worth trying. There's a guy. That's this way. Okay. Shockingly, this might be a very cool location. You're dead. Didn't even need to attack him, but it's fine. Still take your stuff, though. Yoink. And we're still trying to not just go mine everything. We got enough stuff we're dealing with right now. Alright. Frostweave cloth. That's worth holding on to. Gray things, unlikely. Get closer. It says vendor and auction price is the same. Definitely not really worth auctioning that then. You just end up losing out because of the fees and everything. That's okay. Let's grab this. Be on my way. With also looting, of course. Looting the ground. Looting the guys that bother us. At least we're consistent. At least we're consistent. Right here in the middle of town. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, getting 6 is never a fun time. In less than you would hope for. Some hunting hounds here. They don't mind. Good for them. And another box. Cool. That's that for that one. Next one is a little bit further south here. Just go straight in the direction we need to go. That's good. Kind of down on this peninsula here. Vertical. We're still working on this rare one. 130. It's quite a few. It's flying over the bay here. Bridge all the way up here. Definitely do not worry too much about how to get places where you can just fly there. That all works out. Alright. Shield Hill. Some skeleton guys. Spooky blood shades. That was a good time. More Vrackle finds. Works for me. Another question is going to be whether we try to complete additional rare ones or just keep moving on as soon as we can. Probably just move on quickly. More interesting stuff to be found from higher level places. Let's get there. Here's Fenrir the Disgraced, hanging out. Being a ghost. Just need to find the stuff. It's very easy. Just takes a bit of time. That's okay. All over the place. I guess the other question would be, if we train the archaeology just flat out right now, we would definitely not have the train archaeology while doing stuff kind of experience. I don't think that would really work too well. Especially with all the different zones that we have been dealing with. Trying to do archaeology while just training and doing quests and stuff, you really would not move around in the same like pattern or anything. I don't think that would work particularly well. Anyways, there's more of Vrackle finds. Vrackle friends. They're here and here. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to go to Dragonblight. Loop through these and see where else they go. Well, that'll work. Looks like it's not even super deep ocean until all the way out here, so we should be able to fly pretty much straight line there. Works for me. Works for me. The map lied a little bit about where the edge of the ocean was going to be. Like, right in this section is more here. But for the most part, it worked fine. We got here eventually. Over here, near Star's Rest and Moonquest Gardens. We got Moonrest Highborn and Dead Mage Hunters. That's something. Got some elven ruins here. Could be that. In general. There's only a few different ones that really can be. Searching in the ice again here. That's okay. Yep, Night Elf stuff. So also need to see how we're doing on the next Night Elf business. Based on the average number of fragments per dig site, it looks like we were pretty much 2 away from the Vrackle and Nerubian completions. So, depending on how things go. Now, fragments. More here. And then, of course, if we want to train more archaeology in the future, we always could. We'd probably do it with the highest level stuff, highest level areas. We'd probably have the best and highest level rewards and such. Even if we just end up worrying about making money. Not that we're super worried about that. We just spent tons of money, we still have 7,000. We also still have all these we can sell, so that's gonna be pretty good. Alright. Elf fragments? No. A small one here. Common. Okay. Fly. Next stop. Over here. The Violet Stand. Right outside Dalaran. Wonder if it was gonna be able to be inside the portal area here. The whole big bubble. It's in the zone. Oh. Presumably. It says we just pop through here. Not in here this time. Here in Tor, guys. Doing stuff. Just around these ruins here. or in the ruins. Also works. Some spirits. Kind of just hanging out. More night elf type ruins here. Likely what we're gonna find. Easy enough. Yep, night elf. Okay. That works. We'll take basically whatever we can get here. The goal is still very much just levels. To what end? To get the number big. That's to what end. That's why we're here. Having a great time. Just right back here. Nice and conveniently located right next to each other. Work with that. Faster than flying back and forth across the entire dig site. We got that going for us at least. Okay. Night Elf completion of a cracked crystal vial. Solve it. Okay. Next is common again. Search by this type here. We can do that quicker. A note in rich vellum is tied to the bottle. Dearest P, now that I know we can never be together, so I wish to drink this draught of spider venom. As the note finds you, my hope is that you might do the same, and we watch over our souls. My goodness. We're gonna sell that for 5 gold. Anyways. Just kind of here in the mountain pass near Scourgeholm. Interesting spot. Not particularly large either. And the Pit of Fiends. Nice place they got here. What a mess. What a mess. Okay. Running. Getting. Doing. Stuff. Few steps. Nerubian find. We're afraid what's there. Make this way just a little bit. Go next Nerubian find. A little further. A little further. It's definitely a system. If there are specific spots in each dig site that they can actually spawn, that would be something that could speed it up quite a bit. Going to each individual node that it could possibly be at. It could just be anywhere randomly inside of the entire section. Although we have found ones where they spawned in the exact same place multiple times. It could just be dozens of spots. That would also work. Nerubians, we need 18 more for the finish. That's very, very possible. And the exact next one we get to. Well, not this one though. This is very cool spot here. Yeah. Jotunheim. Or Njara Village. Better one, better than the other. All just in this area. Village. Area. It's definitely Vrykul though. You can tell by all the Vrykul hanging out. Jotunheim warrior. Njara Village. Just trying to not bother them too much. Not that it really slows us down too much having to fight a guy, but still. More convenient not to. Vrykul find. Okay. And this way. Decent distance we can go here. Kind of the whole village area, essentially. Plenty of space for activities. The activity in this case being archaeology, of course. Really makes good use of all the previous areas. Works out. Back this way somehow. Up here? Another one. On the path again, huh? Nearby, at least. 9 more. Good. And the third one here. Could be up on the mountain here. That'd be a fun spot. Depends on how much they want it to need to work without flight. There's definitely certain spots which would be much, much more difficult to get to, if not impossible, without just being able to fly up there. Have a nice, easy time of it. Back kind of over in this section again. There it is. Okay. More vertical stuff. We need to get 26 for the next one of those. Close to doable. But it depends how it goes. Where's the next spots? Yeah, 2 spots down here. Utgard Keep and here. It's supposed to be vertical spots. I'd probably do it. Got this spot here. Temple City up here. And up here in next to Gundrak. Those are both likely to be trolls. Kind of do want to get the Nerubian and vertical one down here, just to finish the more rare and interesting things before we head out. So we can focus specific sites that we think are going to have the right ones, while also just flying around, making our way to the places we need to actually be. Works either way. We keep on flying through Wintergrasp. Being flagged for PvP. Not that that's really a thing. Temple City of Enkalan. Got some scourgy looking guys. Could be the spot we want to be. It's a whole mess, all things considered. Ghouls, abominations. Looking pretty good. I mean, looking pretty awful. It's an awful time to be here. But for our purposes, it's looking pretty good. I don't think it would be on the stairs. I mean, an awkward spot for it to be. Sometimes just even further, really. Almost on the outside. What direction is it gonna face this time? Right here. Just kind of in the entryway here. That works. And it is a Nerubian. Perfect. I can work with that. Let's see. That's this way. All these different buildings and temples and nonsense. It's a whole place. A whole place of mess. That's for sure. We'll see if there are nicer locales in the Cataclysm spots. Depends which ones they're in. It really does. Where are those? I'm shocked to no one is far away. The Spire of Pain. That'd be so dramatic. Now it's this way. Right up here in the middle. Let's try to get some information for which direction it's in. This way again. Try from up here. Yeah, somewhat. Running past them guys. Having a fine time of it. If they don't want to aggro me, I'm all for it. Okay. Spire of Blood. Nice find here. And that is enough to finish this Nerubian. Puzzle box of Yogg-Saron. Alright. Let's open this. Even though it tells us we really should. Grand Master in Archaeology for getting to 450. There's a scepter. There's like a scepter's achievement. This would be one we wanted to get if we wanted to work on that. What do we get for this puzzle box? Hand the toy or toy box. Make a vain attempt to open the puzzle box. 1 minute cooldown. Extremely difficult to open. Let's see if we can open the puzzle box. I have my doubts. Extremely difficult to open. Trying it? Trying to open it? Oh, cooldown. It's making sounds. Doesn't seem like the safest thing to do. Attempt to open the puzzle box. It's mostly cursed. I don't think we should open this. I don't think it's a good idea. The whispering and the madness. But it just makes you want to try harder to open it, doesn't it? 84 things in here. My goodness. I'm gonna try to open it again. Seems like a good idea. Seems like a great plan. The ghost agrees. The ghost agrees. Just try it. Just keep trying. Trying. There's a little lamb lost in dark woods. Puzzle box of external whispers. You resist. You cling to your life as if it actually matters. You will learn. Oh boy. Alright. Let us go and try to complete this vertical section. I think we're going to do that over in Hollingfield. A bit of a trip this is going to be. Alright. Down here. At the base of Utgard Keep. Get good rolls. We'll be getting what we need from this dig site without needing to go to the next one. Which would be nice. We'll see, though. Dragon Slayer. Fraggle. Hanging out. Shopping sprees. Having time. So here we get. Vrykle. Archaeology find. First roll is 10. That puts us in a good position here. We need, like, quite a few. There's a guy right here. A little 69, though. A little bit lower level to our 85. Right, second roll. 8. Not terrible. We also got another bonus one, which technically we could use. We don't need to. Would rather sell them, honestly. Here's where the Lich King stood one time. That was a thing. Right, and this way, huh? It's kind of up here in this mess. Bunch of dead guys. Concerning. For them. Just kind of don't worry about it. And this one is a 6. Okay. See, that is enough. I might have miscalculated. That's fine. Navar Bearded Axe. Works for me. What was briefly yours is now mine. Navar Bearded Axe. One-handed axe with improved hit rating, critical strike, agility, stamina. Pretty fancy. As definitely an axe. You get the appearance to our collection. Not a weapon we would use by any means. And just enchants. For some reason can't sell that. Odd. What's that achievement there? 10 rare artifacts. Very cool. Title reward, Associate Professor. How neat. No call. And we're very much ready to leave now. Get on to the next section. Let's see what there is to see. Over on this side, we're still just seeing the regular ones. Anything in Mesgier? Nope. Anything in Twilight Highlands? Nope. Anything in Deepholm? Doesn't look like it. How about anything in Oldham? No? Saw the normal amount of stuff here. Yeah, Mount Hyjal? No. You would think there would be Cataclysm stuff. Or maybe just the basic ones out here can now go to the higher level zones. There's nothing directly in any of the main spots here. There's just the 2 spots there. These are different places here too. Deep Hole, Maelstrom. Weird. I wouldn't think we would want to keep finding stuff out here in Northrend. That doesn't feel like the play. This is Blizzard account bound. Wild. Seems slightly different. These other things are soul bound. I wonder what that means for like other characters if it's account bound. Wow. Let's go back to Stormwind here. Let's even figure out what's gonna be happening here. It's clearly not as obvious exactly what the idea is here. It could just be adding in the Cataclysm zones to the Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor pools of spots you can go to, which would very much slow down, you know, to get any specific things here that would add in the other two. We definitely already got the level up here. There's not like a bunch of other locations they could be in. Hey, trainer. Yep, we already got this trained. Hi. Hi.
Have a good one.
Doesn't have much else to say about it.
Good day to you.
You train archaeology?
Safe travels.
Peculiar. And we really wouldn't know if we've moved in the correct direction until we collect a whole bunch of different fragments. All the different spots here. I wouldn't want to go to Ashir. That'd be annoying. Almost kind of want to go to Kalimdor. See if we can force it into Mount Hyjal and Oldham. Because it's not like there's new sections of dig sites based solely in the new areas. There's also not new numbers of dig sites. There's still just the 4 per continent, which doesn't inspire much hope here. Okay. Well, perhaps we will head over to Mount Hyjal, loop around outside, spiral back in. I think that's a reasonable enough plan. Didn't quite work as I might have expected here. Got a portal to Mount Hyjal here. Portal to Ashir, portal to Tolbarad, portal to Deepholm, portal to Hyjal. Probably a portal there. Maybe to Oldham. Tolbarad. That's Deepholm. Ashir. Deepholm, Ashir. Tolbarad. Right here. We could go through that portal, see where it goes, but we don't need to. Let's go to Hyjal. I think we will loop around here. At least give it a shot. And then we do intend to come up to Hyjal once we're actually doing quests and stuff. So. And 1 over here, 3 over here. It's a good teleport spot. This worked out. Alright. Let's see if this works. Or it could just be we need to clear these. I don't think that would be the case, though, then. You would still want there to be the ones that just go everywhere to get all the other races' stuff and things. So, I don't know. We'll clear these 4 and see what happens. See if we can get any more information here. All the way to the tip of Ashura here. What do I get here? 16 and 17. What zone is this? 10 to 20. Wow, that's different. Ashura was definitely a higher level area before. Weird. The more you know. Interesting to see what was changed to make this a level 10 to 20 zone. Durotar to Ashura. They already have the Barons now. Peculiar. Very peculiar. Let's see what we can find here. Got more ruins here, so it's gonna be Night Elves. Alright. If we get the 3 here, we'll see where this one moves to. See if we can glean any information from one movement. So every possibility would just go to more low-level zones here. Let's go around this mountain here. Don't need to go over it. Sure. This is out here. Got like a harbor. Base camp. So yeah, any of the level appropriate quests which were in Ashura, which there weren't very many, would now be a completely different level appropriate, so would be very much changed. Although pretty much everything seems to have been changed anyways. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. Eventually. Let's keep working on what we're doing here. Enough things that are questions at this point. Like, how are we getting archaeology levels in here? I mean, we can get the levels from just getting the stuff. That's not the problem here. It's about getting interesting things. Useful stuff, maybe. Alright. Down here again. Night Elf find. Okay. That's enough for a Night Elf one. A delicate music box. Solve that. 470. Here's a scepter. Working on those scepters. This box is sandalwood with a tiny clockwork elf and night saber within. Though the winding mechanism is no longer functional, you can imagine the two would dance together while music played. Graved on the bottom, to my dearest Delast. Okay. We're gonna sell that for 5 gold. Checking the map here. Here, 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 and here. Yeah, it has not really moved it to a more interesting location. Maybe it'll just be more interesting stuff since we have a higher level. That's also an idea. There are still the 2 different spots here. Maybe we need to get further in the quests before they can go there. That's also a possibility. Lots of potential here. I don't know if we really want to worry about. We'll do these 3, see what happens. Like, we haven't explored, I mean, we pretty much have explored all of Mount Hyjal. If there's any other requirements here, that would be very different than how things work for others of the gathering kind of skills. But it's definitely working differently for the whole thing here, so shouldn't be too surprised. It really is a far ways down from Mount Hyjal to Felwood here. Here's the next spot, though. What are we digging up? More Night Elf stuff. And back to low enough so we can just whack it once and we win. That's at least slightly convenient. Okay. Close to this one. Dun 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 dun. Very dramatic. Very dramatic music here. In all these different directions. Yep, Night Elf. I wouldn't expect to find any of the new quote-unquote races. This one of them was fossil, not really a race. Any of the new sections of finds in any of the older places here. And they're also new, but you know. Bonk. Alright. Got stuck there a little bit. Not our best showing. Night Elf. Come. Almost enough for another Night Elf one. For what that's worth. Might be nothing. Here, 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 and here. Yeah, it's just really not going anywhere of interest yet. Like a new section of stuff in Northrend or Outland either. Just all the same places still. How mysterious. How very mysterious. Could be some kind of other requirements. Let's see if we can get information in archaeology here. What are the other zones? Here's the scepters. There's Tolvir. That's one of them. There's totally two. There's totally two more sections here. This could just be all archaeology. How suspicious. This is very odd. What could be the way to get these new sections? It doesn't seem to be this. It could be like something with the Explorers League, maybe? They like to explore. Not sure exactly who the Tolvir are. That'd probably give us more information about what that is about if we actually went to the new zones and figured out what was going on with that. Tolvir. Last year was mostly Nagas and Sea Vrykul that got obliterated before we even got there. Tolvir. I'm still thinking it's going to be something to do with Oldham. This seems like just the best spot to go do some archaeology. This one's in Tanaris. It's not the same place. Right. Settle down here. Twilight Shore. Here's more Naga. Sirens. All these guys. No, this is just it. Beautiful. Dark Shore definitely got really messed up. That's for sure. There's a big fancy portal. That could be something. Oh, this could be something. Okay. More Night Elf stuff. Another scroll. I'm here for it. Alright, information's correct. That's worth something. I'm definitely going to end up just dumping a lot of these right into the auction house. That'd be good. Night Elf. Fragments. And one more here. Right here. This would be a really awkward place to try to be if you couldn't fly. All the different levels, cliff parts. There's definitely a way up to here, though. It's not like you couldn't get to there. At least it's got something going for it. They got a whole ritual thing we're doing here. That's something. Okay. More Night Elf. That's enough for another Night Elf one. You get the Scepter of Xavius. Night Elf common. Information on this. Xavius was responsible for many of the evils that befell the Night Elf people during the War of the Ancients. A Furian Storm Rage was ultimately able to fool Xavius, destroying him in the process. Afterwards, Sargeras tortured Xavius' spirit for a time, before finally bestowing upon him the twisted form of the first satyr. Not ideal, by any means. Map says... Oh? Yeah. It's in Mount Highjaw. One at least. So, looks... We'll see if this continues there. Because the other three... The first two got popped into other locations that weren't Cataclysm areas. This one's definitely in Mount Highjaw, though. So it looks like this could just end up being do everything on the continents. It'll eventually pop up into the new areas. That would make trying to get actual things from these very, very slow going. Traveling across the entire continent, dealing with going to all the smaller level places. It's definitely possible though. We got 50 more levels here. It's a bit much. We have to climb all the way up into Mount Highjaw. Going to places we've never seen before. We just get information on one of the new lore bits of what they are. Unless it starts with a rare, then we don't get the initial blurb of information. We'll get information on how many fragments are required. So that's something. Also, the scepter sells for 10 gold. I haven't found any of the big fancy 100 golds or anything. We'll see. The level is increasing, so I think it would correlate to something here. Okay. The first section here is here in the fire. At the spot right here. Sanctuary of Malorn. So we need to fight some guys here that'll be a little stronger. Guardians of Highjaw. PvP guys. Hanging out. They had some levels. Luckily they are friends here with the Guardian guys. Let's see what kind of fragments we get. What is this place gonna be? It is Night Elves. Okay, so it's still just a Night Elf spot. It's nothing particularly different either. Stephanite Torvir, whatever that was. It's not a special the last one, whatever that was, or would be. How mysterious. So if we just keep on going around, we would eventually find whatever these last two sections are for. We know it can come into the new zones. Did not get any new information here, though. At this rate, we'd end up just finishing the leveling all the same places here. Night Elf, a string of small pink pearls. Solve it. Okay. That's 480. Night Elf. 3 pearls. 1 completion. While individually these pearls are not particularly large, it's notable how all 42 of them appear to be virtually identical. Rather than the opalescent white or even the rare black of typical oyster pearls, these are a rosy pink in color. Scallop shell completes the piece. A lot. Here's the flight path. That's neat. And then it's immediately kicked out of the new zones. Alright. They're still given levels, so that counts for something. Exactly how these last ones correlate to anything else is the question here now. We just need to end up... We're just going to end up flying all around Kalimdor again here. Because honestly, if I had to choose, I'd definitely choose Kalimdor. If they could only go to Twilight Highlands, it might just end up being worse to try to do it here. And if it can go to Vastir, that'd just be a worse time in general. I think Kalimdor is probably the play. Maybe. Until it gets up to the islands here, and that's just also annoying. At least they're not underwater, though. I don't know. We'll see if we can't figure out any other patterns here. How to get these last two races here. We know what one of them's called, at least. We don't know where they actually are, though, of course. And then the mysterious 10th. Anything in the achievements here that we can tell if it's information? We got scepters. We got get 525, 100 common artifacts, 20 rare artifacts. The Tolvir scepters of a whole bunch of guys. We got almost all of the faithful story of Hemon and Thelest. All their different pieces. We slew the Dreadworm Cataclysm by collecting the following artifacts. There's the coal. I'm got any of those. Harder They Fall. Got one of them. Here's the mountain. We got a few. Boyhood Bay King. We got none of them. Emperor Ninjater. The Tolvir artifacts. Can I pick Jar? Sketch of a Desert Palace? Yeah. Tolvir is going to be the guys down in Oldham, for sure. We can't force it to be there, it doesn't seem. So trying to get specific things for that's going to be a process. And that did not give us any help in what is the 10th thing. How mysterious. Oh, well, at least try to get it to bring us to Oldham. Get that at least. It's definitely something here. It's definitely something. Next time, goodbye.